When the first rays of sunlight hit the towering walls of Arena de la Gloria, Lionel Messi pressed his team's jersey against his chest. Today was no ordinary day. Today was the final of the Battle of States, the competition that could change the fate of the entire region. Messi's team was called Los Guerreros del Sol, Warriors of the Sun, a name that Messi himself had chosen with great thought and care. This wasn't just a name, it was a philosophy. Just as the sun defeats darkness every morning, Messi wanted his team to overcome every challenge. "Captain!" Young forward Carlos knocked on the door. "All the players are ready. 100,000 spectators have already reached the stadium." Messi nodded with a smile. His eyes held that spark found only in those with great purpose. Part 2. The beginning of an impossible journey. 6 months earlier, Messi had been given the opportunity to represent the state of San Miguel. This state hadn't made it past the quarterfinals in the last 10 years. People said that San Miguel had talent but lacked leadership. On the very first day, Messi gathered all the players. Silence filled the dressing room. Some players had grown accustomed to defeat. "Friends," Messi's voice echoed, "I've thought of a name for our team. Los Guerreros del Sol, Warriors of the Sun, because we're going to become the team that brings light to every darkness." Young goalkeeper Diego raised his hand. "But captain, we always lose. People think we're weak." A determined smile appeared on Messi's face. "That's exactly why this name is perfect. The sun also seems to end every night, but it rises again in the morning. We'll do the same." Part 3. The first test, the first match, was against the state of Rio Grande, the team that had won the Battle of States for the past 3 years. Their players were powerful, skilled in technique, and their strategy was flawless. As they entered the field, Messi looked at his teammates. Carlos's hands were trembling. Midfielder Raul's breathing was rapid. Only Messi was calm. "Remember," he said, "we are warriors of the sun. We must turn darkness into light." In the first 40 minutes, Rio Grande scored 2 goals. The San Miguel fans in the stadium fell silent. It seemed another defeat was inevitable. But at halftime, Messi did something no one expected. He took the entire team in front of the goalpost and said, "Look at this post. These aren't just iron pipes, they're symbols of our honor. And today we're taking our honor back." Something magical happened in the second half. The strategy Messi had created began to work. They used the sun move, a formation where the ball rotated from center to outside like the sun's rays. In the 55th minute, Messi made a brilliant pass and Carlos scored the first goal. In the 60th minute, Raul scored the equalizer. And in the final minutes, when everyone had given up hope, Messi took a shot from mid-range that left the goalkeeper just watching. A 3-2 victory, the first win, the first hope. Part 4, Storm and Perseverance. In the following months, Los Guerreros del Sol defeated one strong team after another. With each victory, their confidence grew. Messi transformed each player's weaknesses into strengths. Diego, who used to catch the ball fearfully, now challenged the line. Carlos, who made mistakes in panic, now scored in decisive moments. But the biggest test came in the semifinals. The Capital State team, which had international stars, unlimited money, and the best coaching. The night before the match, Messi spent time with his team at the beach. The sun was setting. "Captain, tomorrow's match," Carlos began. "Tomorrow's match will be won by today's preparation," Messi interrupted. "Look at this sun. It's setting, but tomorrow it will rise again. Just remember this. We are warriors of the sun. Victory and defeat are temporary, but our spirit is eternal." In the semifinal, Capital State applied pressure from the start. But Los Guerreros del Sol didn't lose courage. Messi played from everywhere on the field: defense, midfield, attack. He became not just one player, but the soul of the entire team. The match went to a penalty shootout. Diego saved 3 penalties. And finally, Messi scored the decisive penalty. Reaching the final, the dream became reality. Part 5. The final. Rise of the Sun. The final match was against North Coast, a team unparalleled in physical strength and strategy. The entire country was watching this match. Messi gave his players final instructions. "Remember, We're not just winning a match, we're proving that faith, hard work, and unity can defeat any challenge. The match began. Both teams were playing with everything they had. The score was 0-0. Time was passing quickly. In the 80th minute, with only 10 minutes remaining, Messi got his chance. He took the ball, left two defenders behind, and took a shot that was beyond the goalkeeper's reach. Goal! The stadium erupted. Chants of Los Guerreros del Sol. Los Guerreros del Sol rang out. In the final minutes, North Coast launched a fierce attack. But Messi's team erected a wall of defense. Diego made brilliant saves. Raul and Carlos fought for every ball. When the final whistle blew, the entire stadium stood up. Messi knelt down and kissed the ground. His teammates gathered around him. "We did it!" Carlos shouted. Messi said through tears, "No, we didn't. Los Guerreros del Sol did. This name, this philosophy, this was our collective strength." Conclusion. A new sun at the trophy ceremony. As Messi lifted the cup, he said, "This victory isn't just about football. This is a victory for everyone who was ever considered weak. Los Guerreros del Sol, remember this name. It proves that when you keep the light within you alive, no darkness can defeat you." 100,000 people applauded in the stadium. And from that day, Los Guerreros del Sol remained not just a team name, but became a metaphor for hope, courage, and perseverance. Messi had proven that great players don't just win on the field, but conquer hearts. The sun rises again every morning, and so do those who never give up.